Hello, everyone. This is Enlightened Living, and I am Lexi. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel. I'm so grateful that you're here with me. Whether you're new here or if you're coming back to the channel, I just want to let you know that I am so extremely grateful for you, and I thank you for joining. Please remember that no matter what day or time you are coming across this particular video audio version, it is in fact in a divine time and in divine order. You are listening at the exact time and you are in the exact point in your day or in your life that this is meant for you. You are where you need to be, and I am grateful that that space is here with me. Remember that energy has no time or space boundaries in the spiritual field. So, this audio video will find who it needs to when it needs to, because energy is in a constant state of flow. It can be transmuted and shifted, but it can never be corrupted. It exists between everything, including our own thoughts, our words, and our actions. With that being said, each one of us has our individual energy that guides us from a higher dimensional source and provides us with divine insight, along with the intention that we have set. You have been led here today from that higher place within, and I want you to know that you have listened and you are tapping into that divine energy within. Now, keep in mind, I take no credit at all for any of the messages that come through this channel from me to you. I simply am just the connection or the bridge, conduit between divine love and light, and what a collective of individuals needs to know or needs to hear in this physical earth plane. All of the messages that I receive intuitively are from a place of a very high vibration. This includes Source, God, Universe, whatever feels comfortable to you as your reference of higher power, but also my personal spiritual support team, my higher self, and archangels. At times, I may channel all of the above, and others I may just have one source of guidance. It is all dependent on what is needed in that time and space. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I do encourage you to do that because it will give an energetic exchange, and that allows me to connect more to your energy if there is ever something in the future that you may need guidance, clarity, or validation on. Not everything will be for everyone, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If there is something you would like to receive specifically, please pause the video, set the intention, and allow the messages to come through. Now, I do not guarantee that this particular audio video will have everything you need at this time. However, setting that intention and putting that request out there to God and the universe, it will actually put you in energetic alignment to attract that which you seek into your life. So let's get started. Okay, so today the intuitive guidance will be focused on those who have been evolving in some way, whether that be evolving spiritually, personally, on a spiritual development, personal development journey. Now, this growth may be making waves in your life, and the waves could be good, but it also could be waves that may confuse those around you, even yourself at times. Trust me, I have been there. This can involve your family and friends, but also coworkers and children or spouse, significant other. Um, they may feel that they're not really sure what's going on within or around you or how you're feeling inside, and that's okay. Um, I'm also getting that this may not just be for the one who is actually going through this spiritual or personal transformation, but also this could resonate with the ones who have someone close to them that they are seeing getting more spiritual or developing in a different way that they aren't necessarily familiar with. And they see this person that they're close to trying to cut things out that don't serve them anymore. And yes, they're very happy for them. They are glad that they are growing and evolving, but um, it is just maybe has left you feeling a bit confused or almost shut out of their life in some way. Now, this may very well be for you to understand them in a deeper way and hold more space for compassion instead of thinking that it's about you or you did something wrong. Whichever way that this intuitive guidance will connect to you, take that and just leave simply what does not resonate. So, whether this be you or someone you know going through a transformation spiritually or personally, there is a lot of inner growth happening around you and within you. A lot of shifts are being made. This guidance is validation that the shifts are in fact for the highest good of yourself. You are evolving, you are growing despite the hurdles, despite the triggers that are coming up. These are all beautiful shifts, but these shifts are they're also very uncomfortable at times. Yes. So know that the shifts you feel and the shifts that are making these waves in your life, they're okay. They're actually needed and they should be observed, not treated as if they are happening to you as an attack or something that is just isn't good. And I hope that makes sense. So, I feel the need to emphasize that a little bit more or to dig a little deeper into that. Um, so, picture you as you observe yourself, or even if it's not you that is making this massive transformation, you're seeing this other person, you're seeing them from a bird's eye view hovering over the situation at hand. So, realizing that this is something you can't hold too tight on, you can't let it affect you too deeply because this is something that you cannot think is happening to hurt you or to make you upset in any way. Everything in life, it is in fact a lesson if we allow the lesson to be learned. Now, if we resist the lesson, we will keep cycling back to that lesson. And sometimes it will look like the very same lesson as it did before. But other times it may change scenarios. It may be in your relationships. It may be in your job. It may be, just in your everyday life. But the scenario of it could change, but the lesson would remain the same. And that is the lesson that would need to be learned. So when we stop that resistance to change or to figure out the shifts that are happening, and we can take a step back and we can sit back and we observe, then we can allow these shifts to happen and the transformations to do what they need to do and run their course or whatever needs to be transformed. And we have no attachment to the outcome. When we observe, we detach ourselves. Ultimately, unshakable faith needs to come forward and know that what is happening is, in fact, for us and our highest good. When we become detached from that specific outcome, our experiences are drastically shifted to one that held a very firm grip on a specific outcome, now shifting to one that expects everything is happening for us and our highest good. And we must know and remind ourselves daily that we are being shifted into a beautiful version of ourselves and we will be on our way, or we are on our way to living our best life. I have my Spirit Messages Oracle deck, and I felt very guided to use this today to give the first message from there. And know that this first message is one from your personal spirit guides. And it seems that there may be a disconnect, or you feel that there's a disconnect from spirit or your spirit guides at this time. And know that they wish to connect with you just as much as you wish to connect with them. They want you to open yourself up to receiving the nudges, the messages, the signs that they are sending you to validate their presence in your life at all times. Now, this may come in forms of synchronicities, numbers, actual signs, or messages that you get in your head that randomly pop up out of nowhere. If it's something that just comes out of the blue and it's nothing to do with what you're actually focusing on at that time, know that that is your spirit guide coming forward. In those times, you cannot doubt what you receive, but you must allow things to flow through without judgment. Accept and allow things to come to you, even if you don't understand. More times than not, at the beginning of your spiritual growth and evolution, you won't understand things that come. I kept a journal and I wrote everything down that I would get, and over time, it all made sense. And I saw the synchronicities happen over time, and it was a really beautiful thing to see how everything unraveled, and I got to see it later on, even though I was almost too judgmental of what I was getting to receive it during that time. Also, something that is coming forward is showing that there may be confusion or need for validation of someone that has passed, a loved one that is with you, or you have been questioning if they're with you lately, because you may not feel them, or you may not think that you feel them like you used to. You're here listening to this right now for this loved one specifically to validate that they are, in fact, 100% still with you, checking on you, checking in on you, supporting you, and loving you fully. And they will continue to do so. So, when a loved one leaves this physical world, the methods of communication that are familiar to us, they do get interrupted, but only for a short time. Then, as this time moves forward, a new form of communication will be established and open to us. And their new way of connecting with you is not foreign to them as much as it is to us, as we are experiencing this life as humans. So, we must again open ourselves up to other forms of that loving channel communication through signs, as I had just spoke of. The thing that you need to know the most at this time is that you may be feeling the doubt, and by feeling this doubt and allowing this doubt in, you in fact are actually attracting more doubt around and inside. You must trust that it is, in fact, your loved one or a spirit guide, an angel, or whatever it is that you feel in your presence with this love, this guidance. You are the one that will either allow this connection or block this connection. Dreams are also another way that a, a loved one, someone in the non physical, will communicate with us. So, if they cannot seem to connect with us on our day to day routine with the numbers or the nudges or whatever it may be, they will use dreams. They can also use forms of electricity, um, having their name pop up somewhere randomly in front of you, or even something along the lines of a picture falling out of a photo album onto the floor for you to pick up and see their face. Even a coin that shines in just the right lighting for you to find it in a random spot and pick it up. And then you instantly think of them. That right there, that is the confirmation that it is them. It has always been them. And now, some of you may be feeling all these past signs come rushing back, and they are so thankful that you're coming to this space of realizing and understanding that the physical world is not where it ends. Their love remains, continues, and still is the same. Take this time and express gratitude, express appreciation for the signs that you have gotten. Even though you may have missed them in the past, they're here now, and you're now acknowledging them. Be thankful, express that by speaking it in your head, or you can express it out loud, whatever feels best to you. Gratitude, above all, is a great way to attract more of what we want to us. The shifts that you are making, they are happening, and you are loved. You are supported. You are guided in all times. Whether you thought you were 100% or not, now you have this newfound or rekindled inner knowing. And your spiritual support team is here, and it is time to understand how very protected and loved you are, and continue to do what you need to do to align with the best version of yourself, living your best life. Now, moving on, I felt led to pull from another one of my decks, and this is interesting, the energy that's bouncing around, but it's very loving, it's very supportive, and it's very informative at this time. It's something that someone needs, so be sure to let me know in the comments below, or just liking the video will ensure that what I'm giving to you is in fact reaching who it needs to. But I felt led to pull from my Energy Oracle deck, and this is one of my favorite decks. And I felt very led to pull 3 cards. And after these 3 cards, I will leave you with a challenge or an exercise for the week ahead, and that will wrap up the video for today. So if you resonate or connect with the number 3 in some way, your guides are actually highlighting that for me to get you to acknowledge something significant about the number 3. So, this could relate to a number you wore when you played sports, or a close loved one was born on the 3rd month, or your birthday on the 3rd day. You could possibly be a 3rd child, whatever it may be that resonates closely with you. I'm being very guided to be sure you understand that anytime you see numbers that remind you of something, or even your attention is drawn to the clock, any synchronicities that continue to happen, you often discredit or close yourself off to these things. And this is your reminder that you again are always guided and supported and loved from the non physical, higher dimensional plane. And it is time you give the credit to this part of your spiritual awakening or your personal evolution and development journey. Now, the first card I have is the action card. Now, it is in the upright position. So, this card tells you that it's time to move more aggressively forward in your spiritual journey. Now, this could be the stagnation I was feeling at the beginning of the reading, that you are feeling that you may be disconnected in some way. There has to be not only intentional action, but concrete action and directive action to your goals. This card, it brings forward to tell you that you are 100% on the right track, but your determined efforts, they must increase. You must continue to gain that momentum. Now, one part of the card represents the action of spirit and thought, and the other part of it represents outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking this action and continue trusting your intuition. Now that your guides have come forward, validated that they are with you and supporting you and loving you, it is time to trust that part of it as well. And in time, you will break through. You will see the results that you've been working so hard to create. The non-physical part of it all is that spirit is very much connected to the action that you're taking. They're very much supporting this action. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own life. Free will is at play every second of every day. So take action towards your goals and own your happiness every single day. So the next card I have from the energy deck is it's called the woman holding a coin, but it's actually in the reversed position. So this card could indicate that again you may be feeling unsure, even fearful about finances or some health issues at this time. It also could reveal a lack of value or worth for yourself. Take that for what it is and acknowledge it. Allow that information to sink in and see deeply what this could be pointing to and how we can take forward action to shift this in some way. If it is in regards to another person, it could be a woman who is reducing your own money or simply may not have your best interests in mind regarding financial affairs. So it could be someone who devalues or criticizes you, causes you to doubt your own value. It could even be that harmful or negative energies of a woman from the past are still influencing you today. So if it isn't someone else, then the energy I'm picking up is definitely one that is a self projection of within. So it could be a battle between the ego and the spiritual self. So be aware that you don't have to let anyone, including your own ego's negative vibration, influence you at any time. You 100% have the ability, capability, and personal power to release any toxic connection, even if it's with your own ego. And know that you are free to define and value yourself, to stand in your true personal power, and to access your soul level inner knowing at any point in any time, no matter what. The world supports you in all of your goals, whether they be your health goals, financial goals, spiritual development goals, or personal goals. Choose to make synchronistic connections that serve you and honor you. Now, this is the third and last card from the Energy Oracle. Now, the Energy Oracle does pick up energies of surrounding situations. They could be energy that is surrounding you, either of your own projected energy or energy of those around you. And this card, the third card, is actually called the Deceit card, but it is in the reversed position. So this card is it's bringing forth notice that any deceit or um, anything that wasn't serving you from the past is over or it is coming to an end. So perhaps you may have had something at work, an issue, it is being dissolved, or maybe a more open communication has been developed in your personal life. You're growing in your spiritual life and connecting more to your guides or your higher self. So in this time, be assured that that negativity and that dishonest energy, it is surely on its way out. So take advantage of that new peaceful and open environment, this open flowing, free flowing, loving energy, and you will be able to forge more successful connections and greater comfort with this energy coming forward. And on a deeper level, this is also telling us that the period of self deceit, so self worth or lack thereof, it's coming to an end. You are seeing the light from within. You are seeing the beauty from within and also in an external form as well. And you're ready to see that the abiding truth of your own value, power, and you are so very deserving, and you're now ready to see that. It may take continued effort. This is going to be maintenance. Maintenance will be necessary, needing to work through these old ways of thinking and these habits of negative thinking or negative cycles, patterns of thoughts. But your honesty with yourself regarding these truths will bring much greater value into your life. They will honor you and they will serve you and your highest good. So that is a beautiful card. So just lastly, be sure to be honest with yourself about yourself and about others, and be very intentional on what you are attracting. So begin to affirm to attract great honesty, integrity, and support from your angels and guides, God, and the universe. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck that I have. It's called the Stress Less cards, and so there's 48 cards, and actually the name of the deck is called Namaste, and I personally have been using that word a lot more lately, and I love what it means and I love what it stands for. So if you don't know, it would be worth looking up. So while I shuffled this deck, I actually had two jump out. And so one was, it's called Travel to Your Peaceful Place, and the other is Practice Gratitude. So this is the message or the challenge for your week ahead that I'm going to leave you with, and I would love to know, if you do this, how it is, how it was, and what benefits you got from doing these challenges, one or both. The first one is travel to your peaceful place. You don't have to jump on an airplane to experience that place of personal power and tranquility that leaves you feeling rejuvenated. Instead of a physical vacation, travel to your favorite place, often using visualization. Now, side note, I do tons of visualization, especially at the beginning of my spiritual journey, spiritual awakening, and I will tell you that manifesting and meditation using visualization does take it to another level and really allows you to see yourself in the space that you want or desire. So close your eyes and relax your body. Imagine a place you feel connected to that gives you a sense of peace and or power. When I say power, I don't mean like a power that is of control, but power from within, where you feel confident and you just feel like you are at your best self, living your best life. Often this is a place in nature that you have enjoyed and may know quite well, or mine personally is the beach. It may also be a place you have never been physically, but you've always wanted to go. Allow your mind to rest here for a while. Pay attention to each sense that comes to you. Is the wind blowing in your hair? Do you smell sweet grass or the soft dampness of the earth? What do you see? Pay attention to these details, and as you continue to practice, your place may become more and more vivid, and your space that you actually decide to go you'll actually begin to embody what it feels like. Traveling to your peaceful place can help to relax your mind and body. Wow, that is a beautiful message, and I think that we can all do that in times of, not even in stress, but also just in times of negative emotion or feelings that come about. It's very easy to get wrapped up and to focus on that negative. Even in our mainstream media, we see so much negativity and things are going wrong in the world. Globally, there's just so much chaos happening, and so many times we can get wrapped up in that, and then we don't even realize, but on a subconscious level we begin to be programmed to actually see negative things more so than we see positive. So to be able to go to a place of rejuvenation, a place of relaxation within your mind. Take yourself to that space using visualization. That is a very powerful, beautiful method and tool to use to help you regain your power back and almost like amp up your positivity. So the second card that I'm going to leave you with is practicing gratitude. It says spend time throughout the day thinking or writing down things that you are thankful for, such as the morning sun, warm oats and fruit, the flower smiling back at you on your morning walk or while you drink coffee on your porch, a job to support your lifestyle, whatever it may be. Noticing these little things and then practicing gratitude is the first most important step in programming your mind to focus on the positive while releasing the negative. Eventually, there will be fewer and fewer of these negative thoughts and less stress. Instead of, I don't think I can handle another day of this traffic, you may instead think, this commute provides me with the time I need to listen to my favorite podcast. This bright new outlook can bring positive changes throughout many aspects of your life. And interestingly enough, as I'm reading that, I see so many synchronicities in what I had just said about the card previous in the description of this card now. So that's really cool when you get that, because you realize synchronicities again are Spirit's way to say, hey, you are on the right track. You're right where you need to be, and you are doing great. All right, so if you found this video helpful or it has given you value in any way, please spread that love by hitting the like button, and also feel free to comment or to share this video if you feel led to do so. If you enjoy this channel and the content that we have, please be sure to go on Facebook and Instagram to Enlightened Living and follow us. If you want even more exclusive content, we would love for you to join our private Facebook group. And you can do so by requesting to join that group on Facebook by searching the Enlightened Living Mission. I do appreciate everyone so much, and I am grateful for your time and your energy that you have given to me today as well. Always remember, you have the power within at all times, and you have the power to shift anything in your life and create an entirely new reality if you choose. You are a divine being. Don't ever discredit your ability to be everything and anything you want to be at any point in time. It's already yours if you want it. You just have to believe that you are actually worthy of receiving it. Again, I am Lexi, and this is Enlightened Living. I am an intuitive energy healer and transmuter, and I offer coaching services, spiritual mentoring, and personal intuitive guidance sessions. See the description box below for contact information. I love you all and have an amazing week.